Hey y'all, so we are canning rice today. Yep, we are. Give credit where it's due. Miss Homestead Heart, if you haven't checked out our channel and you love to can, you're a homesteader, please do. She's awesome. I seen this video a while ago and I just hadn't attempted to do it, but now I'm even more um, motivated to can rice. And reason being, I made another video a while ago about I prefer to can versus freeze just in case, like my lights blinked earlier, um, the power go out. Yeah, it'll last in there but so long, but are y'all gonna eat all that stuff in that freezer? And the water is drying up everywhere. People are getting put on restrictions. So my thought was I need to start prepping or canning foods that take a lot of water and still be able to eat them. One was beans, which I canned a while ago, and then rice. We all know because you got to soak those. Well, not the rice, you got to rinse it. But the thing about that, even how many times you have to rinse rice, we about to see here in a minute. But you have to rinse rice quite a few times, like 4 to 6 times, to get that starch out of it. Right? You got to get the starch out, and then beans, they have to sit almost overnight, right? And then you still have to cook them. And then if you're cooking rice on the stove, you need double the water for the rice. If you're using like an Instapot, again, if you ain't got electricity, but if you're using an Instapot, you just use equal parts. That's still a lot of water. And we got a family of 7, okay? 5 children and then us. And then I'm gonna have them eat before I do. So that's just something to think about. So while you have the resources, use them now, okay? While you have electricity, while you have water, clean water at that, use those resources now to prep for later on, right? Like you can see right now, or if you can, they may look nice. I've never got my nails done, all right? I'm 37, never got my nails done, but I don't care about that kind of stuff. And I don't even remember, I don't even know how much it costs to get them done. But some people get, I always use this example. So if you love doing it, it's not a hit to you. I'm just using it as an example. Sometimes you have to sacrifice, and it ain't all the time. Just do it once. All right. I'm not getting my nails done today. I'm not getting my hair done. I'm not getting a new outfit. I'm not going out. I'm going to stay in the house and save my little coins and use that to buy some extra food and use that time to prep, right? Because yeah, the cost, I'm gonna just say like I'll say $40 to get your nails done, right? Jars are going up. Okay, they used to be like $8 a pack. Now they're like $11 a pack. That's crazy. All right. By the time you buy, like before you buy two, it was $16. Now you're almost at $16 just buying one pack of jars. And that's not even enough. Think about if you got that size family, how quickly you're gonna go through those jars for each person. Rather quickly, not like 3 days. You're gonna go through those jars. So instead of buying, going to get your hair done or getting an outfit, going to Starbucks, we talked about that. Your $8 a day or whatever you're spending there, you could have bought a pack of jars. And when you buy the jars, buy the lids. All right. That way you can use those jars again. But if you're pressure canning, you can't use that same lid. So get you an extra pack for later when you run out and want to can some more. Um, you could have bought 4 packs of jars for the price it went for you to go out here and do whatever, right? When you go out to eat, a lot of people, they drink when they go out. Even if you don't drink, I get water. It's free. Those drinks are like $2 a piece. That's insane. $2 a piece. You could have got like a jug of juice for like $2. But every time you go out, you're paying for that. And if you're buying alcohol, I don't even know how much that costs, but your bills are going to be up there. How about not doing that and then you're saving on the calories. But put that money somewhere else. And if you don't want a can, just buy them already done. Aldi and them, Lidl, even Walmart, they still have cans for 58 cents a piece. Just get a little bit at a time just to save. And it's not just for you. You may have family members or other people that may need it. Just do it. And I'm not talking about hoarding, but just sacrifice that one little time of doing something you really want to do and put it towards something else. All right. It will go a long way and you're going to appreciate it when something happens and you can't get out and you already have it. All right, y'all. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get your jars. I'm using the pint size. All right. There's different styles. This don't have all the stuff on it. And this one does. I can't remember where I bought these. Are these ball? No, they're not. So the ball one's made in the US. I'm gonna have to switch something out. I think these, y'all, I think I got these jars from the dollar store, Dollar General. And I'm gonna use ball lids on these, not the ones that they came with. But I'm gonna try them out to see what happens. If it's a good jar, if it seals, and what happens in this canner. I'm gonna use it and test it out for y'all and let you know how it goes. All right, but again, I'm using Homestead Heart's guidelines. I am going to change some recipes up, but the pint size, we're going to do those just because I don't know any other way to do it. All right, but we'll make sure we sanitize them. I got them going in the sink. You can put them in the dishwasher. That way they heat. And then a lot of times I put mine in the oven on like the lowest setting or 100 and something degrees. Put them in there so they can actually dry out and they don't have the water spots on them. All right, y'all. So we got our rice. I already opened it, so I just wasted some. I don't want to do that again. But look, this is the rice we're using, the parboiled rice. All right, this has already been pre-boiled. Um, it's said that the other stuff is going to turn out mushy. We do not want mushy rice, okay? And y'all, we want to rinse our rice, just like you do any other time. We eat rice here every day. If it ain't rice, it's potatoes, all right? We don't want that starchy stuff on here. I made a mistake and didn't rinse my rice one time, being in a rush. Oh gosh, that was horrible. It took forever to cook, first of all. So let's not forget to rinse the rice. And then you're gonna need to rinse it about 4 to 6 times. I don't even keep count. I don't keep rinsing it until it runs clear. All right, do whatever works for you. That's what I'm gonna do, and we're gonna do that right now. And I'm probably gonna use. I have 16 jars, 16 pints. I'm probably gonna do. I'm gonna start with a little bit less than half. If I need to do more, I can. I just don't want to waste it. All right, so we're gonna pour this in the bowl, and then I'm going to rinse. Y'all, so our rice has been strained and rinsed several times. So we are ready to start putting these in the jars. All right, y'all. So we have everything clean, everything drained. So now we're going to start packaging our rice. All right, so I have my jar. What I'm going to do is do the first few with just salt only, and I'm using pickling salt, y'all. All right, cannon salt. Do not use the iodized. So I'm going to use half a teaspoon of that. And you don't have to have salt if you don't want. That went completely outside the bag. All right, I'm going to put them in 3 of my jars to start. Again, half a teaspoon. And then you're going to take half of a cup of rice, right? No more, no less. Because we know rice expands, right? When it cooks, it doubles. So we're only going to use half a cup. All right, let me put my canner thing on here. Remember, just half a cup. And that's it. So these are the salted ones. And I'm just going to fill them up with water up until the bottom because you want an inch of head space. So that bottom rim is where, how far we're going to fill this up. So I already got water over here to the side. This is the pepper. All right, and we're going to use, you can use your debubbler. I'm just going to use this. And I'm going to stir the water around with the salt. Okay. And remember, we want to wipe our rims with some vinegar, or if you just have water, you're going to wipe those before you put your lids on. While I'm doing that, I want everything to seal. So I have my little magnet. I'm about to get my tops for one of them. I keep these in a pot of water on the stove, of hot water. Right. And then you're just gonna hand tighten your tops. And that's it for just the salt. So now we're going to add some other seasonings in here. So I really like dill and lemon. So that's what I'm going to add to these jars. And I may make a little bit more of those. All right, so I'm going to still take half a teaspoon of salt. I should put this on a separate. No, I'll keep it in there. All right, and then I'm going to take a tablespoon, or I might do half a tablespoon of dill. And I do grow this outside. So if you have your own outside, definitely harvest it and use it for that fresher, and then have it dried. And I eat this one a lot with like fish. It's good with chicken as well. So again, a half a teaspoon. Come on. So like I gypped them of their seasoning. And then I'm going to take a tablespoon of lemon juice. Then I'm going to go back and fill up my rice. Remember, we're doing half a cup. Man, it smells good already. I might actually be cracking open one of these tomorrow for dinner. No, I need to save it. I can just make regular rice. All right, another one. And I'm actually canning later on today. I'm making some canned chicken, some curry, some regular. That way I can have, you don't want to just have rice and beans, y'all. You want an actual meal. I mean, this works too, but make sure you're canning enough to actually make a meal. All right, so now that those, see that? We're going to fill that up with water up to 1 inch from the rim. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to stir it up, get everything in there. That's going to look so good when it's done. But it's not just for decoration. And you want to make recipes for yourself that you know you're going to eat. Just like in your garden, when you're growing food, you don't want to just grow food because it looks nice or to say you did it. You actually want to use it or grow it to give it away to somebody who needs it. All right, I'm going to finish these and I'm going to have another recipe as well. Look at that. All right, so the last recipe, I'm making some yellow rice. And I'm going to use Miss Homestead Heart's recipe on this. All right, so we're going to have, back to what we know, a half teaspoon of salt in each one. Oops. And then we're going to have a half a teaspoon of basil. And then we're going to have a fourth teaspoon of turmeric. Oopsie. I should have did that one too. All right. And again, half a cup of rice. And then we're going to fill it up with water. Oops. We're going to stir the little spices around. We're going to wipe our rim. Get our lid. I don't know why I always have this somewhere else. And that's it. That's the yellow rice. And the last recipe I'm using is the cilantro one. Kind of like the dill. But I'm using fresh cilantro. And I'm going to use the same. I use a lot of cilantro and lime, but I want to use the fresh stuff. I have this, but we're going to use fresh ingredients. So again, you have, where's my stuff? You have half a teaspoon of salt. A tablespoon of cilantro. That looks about right. And then a tablespoon of lemon juice. And then you have a cup of rice. And then your water. Give it a stir. Wipe the rim. Get your lid. All right, y'all. So I got my Presto canner. I already took the top off. This is it. I want to say it's a 23 quart. Okay. I have my separators in here. So that's the bottom. You want that down there. It keeps it from rattling at and when it's pressure canning. And then once I fill up that, I'm gonna lay this on top, as I'm gonna show you, on top of my jars, so I can fill up even more jars on top. And that's another reason why I'm using the 1 pint, so they all can fit. All right, but right now we're gonna fill it up to the line right here, this little water line, just like a little indentation. We're gonna fill it up there, and then we're gonna, actually I'm gonna put my jars in the bottom first, and then I'm gonna start filling it up with water and keep piling on till it gets to that point. Trying to make sure there's no more marks, and then we'll go from there. Y'all, all 16 jars fit in that canner. Look at this. They're all in there, and there's more on the bottom. So now I'm just going to drop a little bit of vinegar, a little drop. That just helps with the water spots that forms on the jars. That's really the only reason why I put that in there. You just need a little bit. All right, so I'm going to put the lid on. I'm going to put the camera down for this. Let me turn it so you can see. Make sure it's on there. All right, it is on. Wait, I just want to make sure. All right, so it's on there. And I'm going to put it, don't do what I'm doing. Don't move it once you have it. Just, okay? But we're going to put it on medium high until it reaches the pressure build up. This is going to start spurting, like, okay? And this little thing in the back, I don't know all the terms. I done forgot, all right? But that's going to pop up. But this is going to go, okay, until it is a steady flow, like steady flow of it. That's when you're going to put in on your weight. Okay, you're going to put that on once there's a steady flow of it. Then you're going to start your time. All right, so where I'm at, you gotta have to Google it, but you go by your altitude. So where I'm at, I'm under like 800 something feet. So it's under 1,000. So my weight would be the 10 pounds, right? Which is this. Remember, she mentioned I used to live in Colorado, so the elevation is a lot higher.